Alright, ladies and gentlemen, can Australia be saved from New World Order tyranny? And to be quite honest, we're that far deep in it, particularly my state, that, to be honest, I'm not sure if we can in time. And I haven't done a video in nearly 2 weeks because, to be quite honest with you, I've been quite depressed. As you know, a lot of people know what's going on in my state of Victoria, in Melbourne, and particularly my city of Melbourne at the moment, with the tyranny with the 5 a.m. to 8 p.m. curfew, and you're not allowed out unless you've got a permit. Total New World Order. Drones flying overhead to make sure that we're not travelling more than 5 kilometres from our homes, and also if we travel more than 5 kilometres from home, the cell phone beeps and says you've travelled too far away from home and to turn back. It's it's total New World Order. It's actually in place. And this is an article from yesterday with Scott Morrison saying that he's likely to make the COVID vaccine supposedly coming soon mandatory after he signed a vax deal with Oxford University. And since then he's had some major backlash. Finally enough people realise what's going on, and he's had to walk that back. And that's an article from yesterday. But trust me, that's what they're planning to do. They'll have, you don't have to take it, but you have to take it if you want to go on an overseas trip or go to school, or, do anything. What they'll do is they won't make it mandatory, but they'll make it virtually impossible for you not to take it. Keep your job. It's already mandatory for healthcare workers, so they'll make it, they won't make it totally mandatory, but they'll make it almost impossible so they can say it's not mandatory. You know what I'm talking about. Polly's talked about it before. And also, to gaslight the public even further, sorry, wrong one. Whoops. Sorry about this. I had this up before and I don't know where it went. We're not allowed to go to church, but a mosque gets a mosque gets an exemption, and they're allowed, up to 400 people in the mosque, but it's too dangerous to travel 5 kilometres away from home. If you're a Victorian, we're under conditions at the moment where you're only allowed to exercise 23 hours a day, and out 1 hour a day, and you're supposed to be on home 23 hours a day, 1 hour of exercise, and only one person allowed out for groceries. I think the Chinese communists have more freedom than this. I mean, as Polish talked about, this is gaslighting. This is designed to divide and conquer us as well. You know, Muslims can go and worship, but Christians can't. Yet we have a Prime Minister that's supposedly a Christian. Well, he's really showing it, isn't he? This is an absolute disgrace. If people can go to a mosque, then they can go to a church. And to be honest, what I'm even more disgusted about is why someone has decided to do a Gemma O'Doherty, for instance, here in Australia and do a High Court challenge to this. You know, we've got a lot of lefties on the High Court, but someone could at least give it a crack, because this is an absolute disgrace. It's about dividing us and destroying our morale as well. Rules for these people over here, but not over here. What really worries me is, to be honest, I don't totally trust anyone or anything, and Trump better be good, and this better not be the biggest ruse in world history, because otherwise we're done for. There's only Trump could save us from China now. Only Trump could save us from the New World Order. Because Australia's that far in deep that if Trump doesn't turn out what he should be, Australia's done for, ladies and gentlemen. And it's not about whether we're going into total New World Order tyranny, because Australia's in it now, ladies and gentlemen. We're in it now. Can Australia be saved? Well, I sure hope so, but I'll tell you one thing. We can't save ourselves. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that'll do. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.